Larson of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, and today we're doing the Take 5 with T&I. We'll get an update on the FAA reauthorization with Steve Cohen, who's the ranking member of the subcommittee on aviation. First off, Steve, what is in this FAA bill that we passed?
Well, there's a lot of modernization of the FAA. The FAA needs more money to train air traffic controllers. We have a dearth of air traffic controllers, really. We need more, and there's money in there to do that. And we need a diversified air traffic control system that we've got in our bill, incentive programs for people to get into the industry and have that opportunity to earn a living. There's a lot in there for consumers. If they get a flight canceled, and how they get delayed, terrible delays, and they get compensation as well. And if you're disabled, there's some instructions that the airlines need to treat people with disabilities better so they can enjoy flying too. We'll have a safer airspace as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, this is a bill that does a lot, but we were able to pass this bill 351 to 69 on the floor, a rare bipartisan achievement. Why do you think, though, we were able to get a bipartisan bill on the floor of the House, other than my excellent leadership?
Well, it's a given, but transportation is something that serves everybody. Aviation has historically been a bipartisan issue in Congress.
So where's the bill now?
We've got two houses of Congress, unfortunately, and the other house has not passed our bill. It's been extended by a special act that we passed until December of this year, the end of the year, and hopefully the Senate will get a bill by then.
Well, I know it's critical that we get that done. And thanks for your update. So we're gonna bring us to the lightning round. It's funny, the script here says let's rock and roll. You're supposed to say that, but asking a guy from Memphis to say rock and roll as opposed to let's play the blues maybe, or the Memphis blues, or is that a better thing? You want to get all the right answers.
Look
here.
Over there and you see that clock? So that's the king, Elvis. That's where rock and roll started in Memphis. We're rock and roll, we're blues.
Why is aviation important to your district?
It's the hub that makes Memphis. It creates jobs. Memphis depends on Federal Express. It's our biggest industry, more jobs, and it brings in other businesses and jobs.
How would passing the FAA authorization help jobs in your district?
Well, it's going to get more air traffic controllers, the more efficient and safer air transportation we have, the better it is for FedEx, the better it is for Delta, American, and whoever else flies in there.
You've mentioned the passenger experience in this bill. Can you emphasize a few of the points about how we're trying to enhance the passenger experience?
There are just people with disabilities that need to have the opportunity to fly and not have it be too much of an encumbrance on them. And there's also the inconvenience. Sometimes you're stuck on the ground, you're stuck on the tarmac, delays and or cancellations. And the ability to get your money refunded to you is in the bill. There's a lot of consumer portions of the bill that's going to make people feel better about flying.
Window seat or aisle seat?
I like the window. As long as I've flown, as many times as I've flown, I still like looking out at the world when I'm up in the air. It's kind of cool to see mountains or rivers or whatever there is.
So I have one last question. It says, where do you look forward to flying to next? I'm just going to assume that's Memphis and ask you a question about Memphis.
Well,
if I had 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., give me my Beale Street agenda.
Barbecue ribs, and then B.B. King's Club for blues music. Where I'd want to go, I go back to Elvis. Everything started with Elvis.
Everything started.
And when Elvis came back from the military in 1959, they asked Elvis, they said, "What did you miss most about Memphis?" He said, "I miss everything about Memphis." And so do I. So that's where I'm on the next flight. I'll go back to Memphis.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Thanks, Steve Cohen.
Thank you.
Steve Cohen, Ranking Member Aviation Subcommittee. Thanks for taking 5 with T&I. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.